when we make decisions based on our separative mind, locked up with all of its social, cultural conventions, ethnic conventions, gender conventions, political conventions, and all our karmas from our ancestors and our psychological concepts and all that, all mixed in some kind of unholy stew, how could we possibly come up with a wise decision? We may stumble upon wisdom now and then, just by accident. And maybe, we're not all ignorance. We have some wisdom. We're all sitting here trying to learn something about a larger view. So that shows that we have some wisdom. So the ways that we're consulting to try to make our way in life are not all about ignorance. They're really mixed. Some of us have more access to our innate wisdom, and some of us have less. And that's just our conditions that we come in with. But the way that spiritual practice works is that it opens us up to direct contact with wisdom, the wisdom of nature, of our own nature, which is absolutely filling every crevice of this reality. We are only having an experience of being muddled and confused and ignorant. It's like a play, like a drama. And once we wake up from that and discover the real living presence of wisdom, then we can consult that directly. Now, some of you already do that. In fact, I would say that every single one of you does that already. Every single one of you has had the experience of being beyond questions of certainty or doubt. When you hear that little voice or feel that little nudge inside you that tells you what you should be doing, and you try to make an argument about it, about why it's the right thing to do, or you try to doubt it away and it just won't go away. That is a wisdom beyond certainty and uncertainty. And people often ask me, how do I know when I'm in contact with my real wisdom or with the wisdom of this reality? And the way that you know is that it is impervious to your logical arguments about why it's right or your doubt about why it might not be right. It is absolutely impervious. It really doesn't give a bleep what you say about it or what you feel about it. And you can feel that quality of imperviousness to your own wisdom. Now, it's possible to run away from your own wisdom for years and lifetimes on end, right? Because following, and it's not your own wisdom, it's that aspect of God's wisdom showing up in you. And we don't own anything. These little blips don't own anything. We only think we own something. And really, the further along you get in spiritual practice, the more you wish you could just give it all away. It is not doing you any good to own any of it. But that wisdom that speaks to us or that nudges us is the wisdom. It's the wisdom that pervades everything. And when we are more awake, we are simply just being in a state of responsivity to that. That's all we're doing. We're not thinking about right or wrong. We're not thinking about certain or uncertain. We're not thinking about better or worse. We're simply being there, responding. Right? When you are having a nice sexual experience with somebody, you are not deliberating whether you should put your hand on their leg. You are not I think I might put my hand on his leg, but I'm not really sure. Let me call in a lifeline, to see if I should do that, because God knows the repercussions could be horrible. No, I'm absolutely certain this is what I should do. Right? We are, just in a state of, well, unless we're just anxious, but a lot of people are anxious about sex, but if we're not too anxious, we're just in a state of responsiveness, a kind of playful call and response type of responsiveness. And you can live your entire life this way without really consulting your separative mind much at all. What it takes is, as Ma says, you need to get beyond the place where certain and uncertain matters to you. You need to get immersed in livingness.